Obviously, over the last decade as well, mobile has suddenly become the most sort of profitable gaming sector, and it's lowered that barrier to entry. I wonder if there's a cap on that sector. How big will mobile get in the next sort of decade as the technology evolves? That's another open question to whoever fancies a go at it.
Well, I can have a stab at that from sort of the esports angle, because I know that obviously for the esports was born out of PC gaming, right? And that's sort of been the lion's share of it for the last 15 years. But in the last 2 to 3 years, the growth of mobile esports is compounding and scaling, and you're seeing this across India and Southeast Asia. The sheer, you've got an audience that can't spend $1,000 on a PC rig, right? Or they can't go into sort of VR, and mobile is the entry point. So you have millions and millions of an addressable audience and mobile esports is their first sort of foray into the sector, into the space, into the medium. As an esports brand, looking at that and how we sort of grow and expand, mobile esports for us is super important. I'd imagine that in the next 2 to 3 years, mobile esports teams will be on par, if not more, than we have with PC or console. I think obviously mobile gaming has seen significant growth, and mobile esports will only sort of reinforce that.
That was look at some of the games that have come in recently too, that are really pushing that genre. So we've always had Clash of Clans and clan warfare kind of stuff like that. But what was the recent release from our friends over at Riot? They've got their mobile version out too. I expect to see an esport around that.
Correct. So yeah, it's so Wild Rift will be coming soon, which is the mobile version of League of Legends, right? So League of Legends is like the biggest esport in the world, and Wild Rift is coming, and Riot will be heavily promoting and pushing that. PUBG Mobile doing significantly well. So mobile esports in China as well are scaling significantly. So yeah, it's a super exciting area.
I was really shocked when I saw that people were playing on mobile competitively. I can barely work a keyboard, and when you actually watch someone with PUBG in particular actually going around, or Fortnite, absolutely shocking. But there's a way.
They've all got unique techniques of how they hold the phone, just so they can get as many fingers on there as possible. It's extraordinary.
I suppose I come from a generation that used that Nintendo 64 controller, which was probably even more difficult. So I mean, if anything, things have got easier.